Hey guys, this is Ray with PhoneArena, and I'm here at Samsung's event at the MWC 2014. Of course, you know the phone that's in my hands right now. It is the Galaxy S5 itself. So this is part 2 of my very in-depth hands-on experience with the Galaxy S5, and in this second part I'm going to talk about the display of the new display of Samsung's new flagship Android smartphone. So let's get going, guys. It has a new 5.1-inch display here, so it's just slightly bigger compared to what we had in the Galaxy S4, which was a 4-inch screen. So with the S5, Samsung is stepping this up just a tad, just a bit, to 5.1 inches, and of course the more screen the better, you know what they say. Meanwhile, the phone has grown slightly bigger, but it's still pretty compact, I should say. You can see that there is some visible bezel here on the side. It's not minimal bezel. We've seen phones with thinner bezels, but I mean, come on, it's a 5.1-inch display. The device is still pretty compact by today's standards, and it's also water and dust resistant. So, you know, we can't really complain about the engineering and design of the S5 here. But let's get back to the display. So the resolution, it has stayed the same at 1080 by 1920 pixels. It's 1080p, it's full HD, if you will, so it's not QHD, it's not that 2K resolution that was rumored, but I mean, that's really not a problem at all, at least in my opinion, because pixel density of this screen, let me see if I can focus here for you, pixel density is still very high with this screen. Everything is perfectly legible, very easy to read, no problems. You can easily read books, you can watch you know, movies, view images, and everything will look extremely crisp and clear on this 1080p 5.1-inch display. As I said, still very high pixel density, so you shouldn't be disappointed really at all due to the lack of QHD resolution. So, and another very interesting thing here is that Samsung has tweaked its Super AMOLED display technology a little bit, enabling the phone to reach about 500 nits maximum brightness when outdoors, you know, in specific conditions. And this is really bad for the image quality, but who cares, you know? All that you care when you go outside under the bright sun is to have, you know, like a visible screen, and that's all. So if it really can achieve 500 nits, I think that this is going to add really a very high amount of value to the Galaxy S5's display. Meanwhile, Samsung has also mentioned that they have also taken care of the opposite thing. You know how bad it is when you have your smartphone, your screen, and you're trying to view it in the dark at night, trying to read a book, probably trying to read a magazine, or just doing browsing or playing games or whatever. So Samsung is now also paying attention to minimum brightness, and the Galaxy S5 should be able to go down to just 2 nits of brightness, so it should be able to get extremely dim, and that's very valuable, you know, in those very dark situations. So let's check out this brightness right now. You see I have automatic brightness turned off. I'm putting this all the way to the maximum. Now that seems like a pretty bright display to me, although it can't really be told due to the lighting conditions here. But as I said, it uses adaptive technology, so right now I'm pretty sure it's not reaching those 500 nits. It's going to reach those 500 nits when you're outdoors and it tries to adapt to the specific lighting conditions. And now let's dial this all the way down, and now, yeah, I can certainly say that this now is a pretty dim display. I'm not sure if it's just 2 nits of brightness that I'm getting here, you know, but it's very dim, and I'm really hopeful that it can really get so as dim as they say in dark conditions, just to make viewing it comfortable. So as I briefly mentioned just a few minutes ago, the Galaxy S5 display, of course, it uses Samsung's Super AMOLED screen technology, which is usually associated with very vibrant, very saturated, almost unnatural colors. Obviously, I can't do any scientific measurements here right now in order to check out stuff like color gamut, color balance, delta E values, and all that kind of good stuff. As you probably know, we're doing those kind of scientific measurements at PhoneArena.com, so if you're interested in any phone and checking out such in-depth analysis of display technology, you should definitely visit PhoneArena.com right now. But back to the Galaxy S5's display here. As I said, I can't be sure just how accurate this display is right now. It should be, I'm really hoping that it's better than the previous AMOLED displays. The Galaxy Note 3 had a very good Super AMOLED display, so hopefully this one is even better. Let's see what options we have here. We have screen mode, and it's currently switched to adapt display. Let's see what else. We have the dynamic mode, which just pumps those colors, make them very bright and vivid. Standard color is just a bit more neutral and all, but my personal favorite here is professional photo. It seems to be the color mode, or at least it was in the previous versions of the Galaxy S phones. It was the screen mode that actually delivered the most realistic colors, so I'm glad to see that back here on the Galaxy S5. Once again, I don't know if it's still the most accurate mode and stuff like that. Once we get our review unit, we'll be able to do all those scientific measurements at PhoneArena. But for now, I think that Samsung has really tried to make this display a bit more natural. You know, Samsung is the kind of company that usually listens to feedback. So from first look, guys, it seems to me that the display is no longer so unnatural looking. Hopefully white will be white, you know, not just a shade of green or blue. And I'm pretty certain that black colors will also be extremely black, as they always are with Samsung's phones. So that's it for the display portion of our very, very in-depth hands-on experience with the Galaxy S5. Be sure to just keep watching and move on to the next video, guys. Meanwhile, of course, if you'd like to learn even more right now, right here, just go check out PhoneArena.com. We have tons of interesting coverage about the Galaxy S5.